Hello, I am Matt Chappell with Legion Technologies, and I'm excited to show you how you can simultaneously maximize labor efficiency and employee engagement using Legion's AI-powered workforce management. Organizations are achieving transformational results with Legion, a national discount retailer with more than 16,000 locations and over 150,000 employees, has 88% weekly employee engagement with Legion. An outstanding result for the reduction in turnover this level of engagement drives, and that a purely optional business application can have such high adoption. Next, a leading specialty food organization with more than 50 locations and 2,000 employees has over 80% of their workforce taking advantage of automated location scheduling, all fully and automatically compliant with every local labor law. And finally, a national convenience store with more than 700 locations and 11,000 employees is consistently experiencing 94% labor forecast accuracy at 30-minute intervals, despite ever-shifting demand due to weather, COVID, and natural events such as hurricanes. Let's take a step back to share more about Legion. Legion is an innovative Silicon Valley technology company transforming workforce management with our cloud-native, AI-driven platform. As we speak, Legion powers nearly 30,000 customer locations across 14 countries with over 450,000 happy employees. The industry has taken note. In addition to recognition from Business Insider and being named to JPM Security's Hot 100 Startups, Gartner recognized Legion as a 2020 Cool Vendor. Finally, our organization is backed by preeminent venture capital firms, which are helping us fuel the massive investment in the technology that you will see later today. New challenges need new solutions. Legacy on-premise WFM simply cannot keep pace with today's challenges, leaving customers frustrated and exposed. Legion's cloud-native, AI-powered approach allows you to solve the challenges of today and tomorrow. In today's economic climate, organizations must have tight labor cost control, and Legion provides automated, data-driven decision-making to ensure tight and optimal labor spend across your organization. The internet generation workforce expects the same kind of great user experience they enjoy in their personal lives in their work lives. Legion empowers employees with the simple-to-use self-service tools and a first-class mobile experience. Customers expect a great experience online, in-store, and when buying online and picking up in store. Legion, again, enables you to master omnichannel and optimize your workload by channel, all based on unique demand forecasts, which are also created by channel. The COVID-19 pandemic has introduced unprecedented challenges for employers and employees alike. Legion can help you with healthy worker scheduling protocols and rapidly adjust to changes in employee availability. And finally, the world has changed, and legacy on-premise workforce solutions cannot offer the kind of business agility that is required to compete in today's market. Legion is 100% cloud-based and offers the fastest time to market with proven ROI. The Legion is fundamentally different from legacy workforce management solutions. Number one, while everyone talks about data science, few have productized it. Legion is the only platform with true data science live and in production for over 3 years. Number two, our employee participation rate is over 95%. Far too many applications suffer from poor user adoption stemming from poor design. Legion's engagement, despite the app being optional, is incredibly high at over 95%. Number three, true cloud. Our modern platform offers pre-built integrations and zero upgrade costs. And four, fast time to value. You can be up and running on Legion in as little as 3 months, which delivers the fastest time to value of any IT project you are currently considering. Finally, you do not have to replace your entire WFM system today to experience these improvements. Legion's platform is modular, allowing you to tackle specific challenges like forecasting inaccuracy or unengaged employees independently and irrespective of your current WFM contract. Legion optimizes your workforce management with a data-driven approach. Every relevant data point, including customer demand, budgets, productivity, compliance, skills, and preferences, are automatically optimized to deliver outstanding results for every constituent of your organization. District managers get real-time operational views. Managers can create the perfect schedule with a single click, one that balances employee preferences, skills, and is fully compliant. And employees can personalize their schedules and decide when to work, where to work, and what kind of work they want to perform, all within the parameters set by your organization. The result of all of this optimization is 5 to 10% labor savings for all of our customers, driven from 4 major areas. Number 1, labor efficiency improvement, where Legion drives an average 14% improvement. Number 2, time savings. Legion saves an average of 3 to 4 hours per location per week, all while driving better outputs across every component. 3, increased employee retention by matching employee preferences, enabling self-service actions, and providing an application which employees love to use. Our customers see 24% employee retention gains. And finally, Legion's automated platform reduces compliance violations by over 25%. So let's wrap up the slide portion of our presentation with an overview of the Legion WFM platform. At the foundation, we're built on a multi-tenant cloud-based architecture, which is built for integrations and offers unparalleled user experience. Next, the control center gives you self-service configuration and controls to accelerate time to value and ensure your organization remains nimble in the face of change. Next come our modules. Legion is a full suite WFM with every module from demand forecasting through time and attendance. Every module is enabled by data science and automation, ensuring superior results for your organization. To top it off, Legion offers advanced reporting and analytics capabilities. The byproduct of a data-driven approach is data, and Legion enables your analysts to uncover trends and even put hypotheses into action with our operations portal. And last but not least, as mentioned in the previous slide, we can deploy these modules independently of each other based upon your most pressing needs. Now, let's dive into a demo so you can experience the power of AI-driven workforce management.
Hello, my name is John Cook, and today we'll be exploring the Legion platform through the lens of a store manager. This store manager runs a retail store within the city of San Francisco that's part of a larger geographic ring of stores within Northern California. Whenever a store manager logs into the Legion web console, they're redirected to their operational dashboard, which outlines all actions which require their disposition. For example, are there any incomplete clocks or missed meal breaks which need to be reviewed? Are there any compliance violations which require their attention? Are all schedules published on time and within budget? Any actions which require the manager's attention are automatically pushed to their operational dashboard and the corresponding activities feed, where they can review time off requests, disposition any shift offers or shift swaps, approve or deny any changes to an individual's availability preferences without having to navigate any further into the platform. Now, if a manager wants to curate a custom operational dashboard for their point of view, they most certainly can do so by accessing Legion's library of KPI widgets, which enable them to customize the look and feel of their operational dashboard to, for example, cover open shifts, swaps and covers, or even timesheet approval ratings. This will enable a manager to create a custom look and feel dashboard that outlines to their unique business needs. Now, with respect to schedule generation, let's say this store manager needs to generate a schedule for the city of San Francisco retail location. We drill into the schedule overview for this location, and Legion's telling us that we have a schedule for the week of November 2nd that's currently in draft status. It's past due. Let's go ahead and publish that immediately. The only action required for a manager to publish their schedule is to click the publish button. And Legion can even automate that activity through centralized schedule publishing capabilities. When Legion generates an automated schedule, it takes into account demand forecasting, labor optimization, employee skills and availability preferences, plus any budget constraints to ensure that the final schedule is within budget, it's free of any compliance violation, and it's ready to be published. But if a manager wanted to see a bottoms up view of how this schedule was built, they most certainly can do so. The first step in this journey is to view the forecasted demand for this given location. Now, in this example, we're forecasting customer traffic, but Legion's forecast service is highly configurable and can be used to forecast quantity of transactions, dollar value of transactions across multiple channels, whether it's a point of sale transaction or buy online, pick up in store. We do this by taking historical data sets, overlaying that with any external data sets such as special events, integrating with any weather forecasting patterns, any custom school schedules for minors. All of that is ran through our forecasting model where the net result is Legion is forecasting, in this example, the number of customers for this San Francisco retail location for Friday, November 6th. And here we can see Legion's forecasting 25 customers. This in turn is rolled up into a daily view, which also is rolled up into a weekly view. So the manager has the opportunity to see Legion's forecasting 544 customers for Monday the 2nd, which is approximately 20 to 25% of the total customers projected for the week, which is around 2,200. Now, once Legion's forecasted demand, which again is customer traffic in this example, the next step in the journey is to forecast labor. This is where we take any fixed shift or minimum staffing rules, such as there must be one manager staffed between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. We overlay that with demand-driven labor standards or productivity rules like one team member can interact with 15 customers every 30 minutes. We integrate that with any external budget limitations, whether it's by work role, job function, or location. Legion integrates all of that together into our forecast service, where the final outcome is a labor plan, which says to meet the projected forecast of 544 customers for Monday the 2nd, you'll need approximately 102 hours of labor. That 102 hours of labor is a composition of approximately 59 hours of sales associate, and you can see the remaining job functions across inventory, product, and GM. Similar to how Legion forecasts demand at a 30-minute time series interval, we also forecast the labor at that same level of granularity. You can see in the morning, we have the minimum staffing rules with respect to sales associate, product ambassador, and GM. But as demand picks up through the day, Legion's forecast service and labor optimization model increases the quantity of sales associates required. And then as demand decreases, so does the quantity of labor required for this given day. We roll this up to the daily level, which is also rolled up to the weekly level, and the manager sees the final result, which is a labor forecast of approximately 493 hours with a cost of around $4,200 against a budget of 500 hours. Now, once Legion's forecasted labor, the final step in the journey is to generate that automated schedule. This is where we take into account team members' availability preferences, skills and certifications, as well as local labor laws with respect to overtime, compliance, meal breaks, and the net result of that is a schedule that's been optimized and ready to be published. Now, a manager requires no action with respect to publishing other than just hitting the publish button. But let's say they wanted to edit this schedule, perhaps as a result of a no-call, no-show, or a team member who's unavailable to come in on any given day. It's very easy to do. The only action required by a manager is to click the edit button. Here we're going to switch the view to a day view so you can compare and contrast how that looks. And what you'll notice is that when we're in the context of a given day, you can see today we're on the 6th. Perhaps we can move to the 3rd. Every day in Legion has a budget and it has a schedule score. A schedule score is how Legion quantifies the effectiveness of a schedule. This is where we take into account the cost of the schedule, coverage during peak hours, coverage during non-peak hours, employee availability. We weight that by location. And the net result is a single KPI that managers can use to quantify the effectiveness of a schedule. This is going to be important because as we make edits to the schedule, we can see real-time implications to the quality with the schedule score going up or schedule score going down. So let's say in this example, we need to make an edit to the schedule for the week of the 3rd, specifically November 3rd. And let's say, as an example, row number 2, sales associate Leonora is unable to work this day. A manager has the opportunity to delete the shift. They can assign it to a team member. Alternatively, they can convert it to an open shift and have another team member claim that via their shift offers. This is what we're going to do right now. Very easy to do. All the manager needs to do is click convert to open shift. And here's where the magic happens. This is where Legion's recommendation engine comes into play, and we take into account team members' productivity, their availability preferences, fairness with respect to quantity of shifts that they're already working. And we create a stack and rack list of team members where Legion is telling the manager that for this given shift, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. as a sales associate, Elena and Destiny are the most eligible team members to pick up this shift. Managers have the opportunity to leverage Legion's recommendation engine. Alternatively, they can search for team members manually, but if they do so, Legion is going to tell the manager that, hey, if you pick this team member for this open shift, it might trigger some scheduling violation. Maybe they're scheduled already. Maybe they might trigger overtime violation. This is why they're not appearing on the recommended team member list. So in this example, we'll go ahead and take Legion's recommendation and push the shift offer to these individuals. Just like that, the shift's been converted to an open shift. Now, let's say we need to make a couple more schedule edits, perhaps extend the shift length of individual team members. Managers can most certainly do that in real time. But look what's happening to the schedule as I make these shift edits. Here I'm extending the shift length of these individuals. Number 1, we can see that overtime violations are being thrown. Number 2, we can see the cost of the schedule is going up. And number 3, we can see the quality of the schedule is going down as quantified by the schedule score. So we're creating guardrails where ultimately the manager can make the final decision with respect to schedule edits, but providing quite a few visual indicators to let the manager know whether these edits are positive or potentially negative. In this example, we're going to save the schedule edits. It's all going to be pushed to our audit log for downstream reporting. And just like that, this schedule is ready to be published with the edits that we've made. And you can see there the 3 shifts which triggered the compliance violation earlier. We're going to go ahead and publish this in real time. And what happens now is all the team members on the schedule will receive notification via their mobile app or the web console indicating that there's a schedule ready for them to review. Now that we've published the schedule, we're going to explore how a manager and a team member can interact with that published schedule on their mobile device. The first call out with Legion's mobile apps is that this is not a legacy web app that's embedded in a mobile web browser, right? This is a native iOS Android app. So on the left-hand side, we have the store manager. Name's Hadley. And on the right-hand side, we're logged in as Destiny, who's a non-management team member in this retail store, primarily operates as a sales associate. As a team member, my first order of action when I log into the Legion mobile app is to understand if there are any actions which require my attention. And the easiest way to do that is to go to my announcements feed that's on the top right-hand side. This announcements feed is a way for managers to curate custom messages to their team members, for team members to review automated messages sent by Legion, or maybe a little bit of both. We can see that reviewing my announcements feed, I see that my schedule's been updated. There are potential shift offers that I can claim, and there's even a good faith estimate that I can review. We can drill into these individual announcements, interact with the sender of the announcement. It gets pushed to our audit log where we can quantify communication, and it's all done in real time. Now that I've reviewed my announcements feed and I understand that there are shift offers that require my attention, I'm going to go ahead and look at my schedule for the coming weeks to see if there's an opportunity for me to pick up some additional work. Now, the easiest way to do this is to click the schedule tab, which directs me to a summary view of all my schedules for the current week. Here I'm working 4 shifts for approximately 23 hours. That's a composition of really split shifts which span multiple days. On Thursday, the 15th, I start my day as an inventory associate and I end it as a sales associate. Friday, I'm a sales associate, and then Sunday, fantastic, I have some time off. As I progress into the future weeks to review my schedule, Legion's telling me that for the week of the 19th, I'm working 4 shifts where I'll have the opportunity to earn approximately $308. And when I examine these shifts in greater detail, I see 2 callouts. Number 1, I'm working multiple job functions in this week, right? Monday, I'm a sales associate. Tuesday, I'm an inventory associate. But to drill into this in greater detail, I can see that on Monday, I'm actually working at the San Francisco location, but on Tuesday, I'm working at a nearby location in Nob Hill. How does Legion do that? How am I able to work across job functions and even locations automatically? The answer is a very straightforward process that Legion calls workforce sharing rings. This is where Legion creates rings of stores in similar geographic regions which provide team members the opportunity to subscribe to those stores for additional chances to work. As an example, I'm working primarily out of the San Francisco location, but there's a nearby location in Nob Hill and Burlingame. I can tell Legion that if there's an open shift, a swap, a cover, or any chance to work that is between Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, and it's at least 6 hours in length, I would like to receive that shift offer. I can save this, and this tells Legion that if there's an opportunity to work, and as long as it doesn't violate any compliance laws, labor rules, constraints we've set in place, I will have the chance to work that shift. This is useful when I want to pick up additional hours. For example, on the week of the 26th, there's a point of concern. I'm only working 2 shifts for approximately 10 and a half hours while I'll only make around $84. This is problematic. I would like to work more hours if at all possible. This is where Legion shift offers come into play. When I click my shift offers link at the bottom of the app, Legion curates a custom list of open shifts, cover requests, and swaps that I can claim which do not trigger any compliance violation, overtime violation, or any constraint that we've set into place. Lucky for me, I have quite a few opportunities to work. For example, I can see on the 27th, one of my colleagues who's working as a product ambassador at the SF location is requesting that I cover his shift. I drill into this into greater detail. I see that it's from 9:30 to 2:30. I don't get a meal, but I do get $40. I can view this in my schedule to see how it looks. I don't mind working it. It's a slightly different role within the same geographic location. I can claim this. Legion's going to tell me that this is voluntary. I don't have to work it. But if I do agree to accept this cover, and if my manager approves it, I'll have the obligation to work it. I'm going to agree to this. Legion's going to process the offer in real time. And look what happens on the left-hand side, which is the manager's view. The manager receives a push notification indicating there's an action which requires their disposition. And we can see this in real time by going to their activities feed, which outlines any shift offers that need to be reviewed, any time off requests, any swaps or covers, for example, the one we just initiated. And you can see that there is the swap that we just initiated literally moments ago. Now, we can add on to this journey by potentially submitting time off requests or changes to my availability preferences, which outline when I prefer to work. This real-time interactivity is native throughout the entire platform. And you can see when I submit a request for time off, I can see my vacation balance, my accruals, any sick hours I've accumulated. We have a configurable list of reasons that I can use to specify why I want to take the time off. I can set unpaid time off as my request reason, perhaps select some date early into next year, specify the range, hit the submit button. And you can see, similar to the cover request we just initiated, there's also a time off request pushed to the manager's mobile app, indicating that there's an action which requires his attention. Let's go ahead and resolve these two actions now. I go back to the activities feed. I can go to my time off request. I see that there's the time off request we submitted earlier. I'm gonna go ahead and approve this in real time. The team member receives that notification indicating the time off request was approved. We'll take a similar action with respect to the swap. I'm going to go ahead and approve that as well. There's no compliance violations. And you can see the end result of this is the shift cover request was approved. And I can verify this as a team member by going back into the schedule for the week of the 26th. And I can now see that I'm working 3 shifts for 15 hours with an estimated gross pay of $124. Now, let's flip the script. Perhaps instead of picking up additional hours, what if I need to trade or swap or cover a shift where I'm scheduled to work because I no longer have the opportunity to work it? For example, on Monday the 26th, I'm scheduled as a sales associate from 11 to 5. If an emergency came up and I'm no longer able to work it, I can drill into that shift. I can see who's working, and I have the opportunity to offer my shift to my colleagues. I could do that via swap or a cover. A swap means trade the shift with the team member. A cover means give the shift away. I don't want to lose the hours, so I'm going to initiate a swap. And this is where Legion's recommendation comes into play again. Here, Legion's identifying all of the shifts which I'm eligible to swap. Note how the 27th and the 31st are grayed out. This means there are no opportunities for me to swap with any team members on those days because it would trigger some type of compliance violation. Legion's curating a list of shifts I can trade that will result in no violation with respect to local labor laws, skills, or other employee preferences. Now, it's the 26th. Let's say I want to trade with a team member on the 1st. I can see that I have 2 colleagues, Taya and Abdi, who are working the 1st. I'm going to send a cover swap request to them. I can curate a custom message if I want, pretty please. And now when those 2 individuals go into their mobile app and they view their shift offers, they're going to see my swap or cover request to them in real time. Now let's move to the role of the manager. What if the manager needs to make an edit to the schedule? It's already been published. Perhaps there's a no call, no show, or they need to reassign an existing shift. They can do all of this in the web console, but they don't need to. They can log into their mobile app. we can see that I'm logged in as a manager. Legion's forecasting my demand for the given day, 277 customers. I can go into my location details, identify the specific day where I want to potentially initiate a schedule edit. Maybe it's the 30th, or perhaps it's the 31st. In this example, let's say our team member, Destiny, is unable to work. Managers have the opportunity to initiate a reassignment of the shift, or they can convert that shift to an open shift where team members have the opportunity to accept that automatically. In this example, let's trigger a reassignment so we can see Legion's recommendation engine. Note that since we're making a schedule edit within 10 days of the schedule published window, Legion's telling the manager that this change may incur a schedule change premium that you will see in the timesheet. Managers have the opportunity to confirm this. And once they've confirmed the edit, Legion initiates its recommendation engine where it identifies the most eligible team member to cover this shift. This is where we take a team member's productivity, whether it's sales per labor hour, customer interactions per hour, their available hours. We can quantify fairness with respect to ensuring team members have equal opportunities to work. It's a highly configurable recommendation engine where the net result is Legion creates a ranked list of team members that says Tess is the most eligible team member to work this 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. shift, followed by Brian, followed by Houston, followed by Jacob. In this example, we'll just trigger the reassignment directly for Tess, send the automatic notification to her, as well as Destiny, both of the parties involved. Legion's going to make the schedule edit in real time. And once the schedule is republished, you can now see Destiny on the right-hand side receive the push notification indicating there's a schedule edit to his schedule. You can see that's pushed to the announcements in real time. Perhaps we can take a look at that schedule edit to see the net results. When we go into the week of the 26th, you can see the final result is I'm no longer working the 31st, and I'm back down to 2 shifts, 10 hours, $84 gross pay. This is a high-level overview of how managers and team members can interact with the published schedule, interact with one another, participate in shift offers, swaps, covers, initiate PTO requests, change their availability preferences, all via their mobile device on Legion.
Every customer who has replaced their legacy WFM solution with Legion is achieving real results. Customers report a 14% improvement in labor efficiency with automated scheduling. They also see a 50% lower TCO versus legacy solutions and enjoy an easy modular implementation with pre-built integrations. Customers report 24% employee retention gains as their employees are happy and engaged with better control over where they work, when they work, and what kind of work they perform. And finally, Legion delivers rapid time to value. We can have you live in only 3 months and without paying massive services fees. Using Legion, labor efficiency and employee engagement are no longer mutually exclusive. Legion optimizes both simultaneously. Thank you again for all who joined us today. If you have any questions, please visit our website at legion.co to contact us at any time.